A white professor suddenly noticed a strange sight. The new black man working as a janitor in the lab was secretly engrossed in his medical textbook. Seeing the man's intense focus, the professor had a sudden thought. He decided to challenge the eager learner, pointing to a nearby instrument. He asked the janitor to identify it.
Like Neil, gas manometer, sir, doctor.
The professor was immediately stunned. The man's answer was perfectly correct. Next, he asked to see the janitor's hands. After a quick look, the professor was astonished by their dexterity. He handed the man a pair of tweezers and asked him to pick up a delicate test tube. Thomas handled the task with effortless precision. The professor then increased the difficulty, asking him to use his non-dominant left hand. Thomas completed the task calmly and steadily. He even picked up a cork and sealed the bottle with one quick, practiced twist. The professor marveled at the man's skillful movements. Even his own college students couldn't match this capability. The very next day, Thomas was officially promoted to lab assistant. When his wife heard news, there was little joy in her expression. The title sounded impressive, but the salary was only $12 a week, barely a third of what a carpenter earned. Thomas, however, valued the long-term potential and access this job offered. This wasn't a job Thomas had applied for on a whim. He had dreamt of medicine since childhood. His original plan was to save enough money to enter medical school. But tragedy struck one day. The bank holding all his savings went bankrupt. His medical school dream seemed completely shattered. Fortunately, a friend's referral helped him find work at the medical school. The pay was meager, but placed him close to his lifelong ambition. He would have willingly cleaned kennels just to remain in the medical environment. Following his promotion to lab assistant, he finally gained a real opportunity to learn. Thanks to his fierce determination and natural aptitude, Thomas rapidly excelled. A few months later, he participated in his first surgical practice, an experiment focusing on traumatic shock. The professor drew a precise black line on the subject and ordered Thomas to operate along it. Thomas performed the procedure with flawless accuracy. Their seamless teamwork made the surgery a complete success, but when the professor requested the surgical records, there were none. The inexperienced Thomas had no idea what a formal recorder was. The professor flew into a terrible rage, berating the man and expelling him from the lab. However, after Thomas left, the professor discovered his personal notebook. Every step and minute detail of the surgery had been meticulously written down. The notes were far more comprehensive than any mechanical recording device could capture. Only then did the professor realize his grave mistake. He rushed out after Thomas to issue a heartfelt apology and begged him to return. For the first time, Thomas was deeply moved by the professor's sincerity and forgave him. From that day onward, they became an inseparable pair. The professor was the sharp intellectual scalpel, and Thomas was the steady, precise, and practical tweezers. In their 12th year of collaboration, they finally achieved a breakthrough in treating traumatic shock.